For my Photoshop project, I decided that I wanted to do fake news versus real news. Overall, trying to be more of a dig kind of at the current president of the United States. I focused on Twitter and the Women's March that happened this past January. So, through my creative process, I knew that I wanted to do something political and I wanted it to be something that people would think about when they saw it and something factual. I couldn't decide whether I wanted to go into Puerto Rico or the Dreamers or the Women's March, but ultimately, when I was talking with some people in class, I realized that I was most passionate about the Women's March, so that is why I decided to do real news versus fake news via the Women's March. Basically, what I did was I found a picture of the Women's March and I blurred out all their signs and wrote a bunch of phrases that are very mean but are actually tweets from Donald Trump himself, which I will show on my other real news portion later. So for the technical process of this, I basically, every single layer is me working on coloring out the posters, and I also made the photograph a lot darker to make it seem more evil and just like a dark event. I also, in the layers, I started to add dark circles under many of the women's eyes, and I gave them some more contouring in their cheeks to make them seem more evil and like skinny and sickly and evil, basically. I the whole photograph is darkened compared to the original, and then I just plopped that big fake news in a type that I thought looked a lot like news writing. Then for my real news, I have the same photo, but I have it brightened up, and I have all the original photos with it. And then I have all my layers are of me pasting the Donald Trump tweets and underlining all of his words that were on the previous signs. I lightened up a lot of things. I saturated it heavily, brought that real news at the top, and lightened up the background so it looked more sunny and happy. And ultimately, when you look at them side by side, I do believe that it's very effective, and I think that I achieved my goal in really getting people to think about what's going on with fake news versus real news. Thank you.